The illiteracy rate in Cameroon is appalling, while the literacy is quite plummeting. Reason being that the illiteracy rate in Cameroon sits at 70%, while the literacy sits at 30%. But the comment section was crazy. I made a post, I went to bed. My friend who lives in Canada, who is also my manager, he took down the post. Then he sent me series of messages on WhatsApp why he took down the post. And I was shocked, It is quite appalling to know that the commenters actually proved me right. They did not even prove me wrong at all. Not even one bit. At that time on Facebook, I was chasing applause. I was chasing likes, comments. I wasn't out there for education purposes. I was just out there to put things that are going to make people like, yeah, you're nice, you're good. But from that post, I said to myself that I need to take a U-turn. Africans or Cameroonians were not taught to ask why. They were taught to accept whatever is being put in front of them and live life like that. And it is okay. But it is not okay if you sit and watch how people do things in a haphazard manner and you don't ask like, why are they doing these things? My friend did mention to me that post in over 3 hours, it has gained 52,000 audience. That's what he told me. 52,000 audience, and the comments were like almost 300. People were like insulting. People went to Google, they got screenshot, they came back, and I was like, hey, look at it. Always saying that the literacy rate in Cameroon sits at 70% and the illiteracy is at 30%. So you're making a false claim over here, and so on. So he took it down. But then again, I asked, how do you guys measure, or what criteria do you guys use to measure literacy and illiteracy? They said because people can read and write. So based on Google, if you can read and write, then that makes you a literate person. Here in America, 90% of Americans can read and write, but not 90% of them are literate. How is that possible? Because in order for you to be a literate person, you have to be critical in your thinking. You actually need to be critical. Now, let me tell you how this made me or proved me right. Let me give an example. Go to your friend group, right? I believe you guys have friends. How many of your friends can actually hold a constructive argument, a constructive debate or conversation without or within 10 minutes insulting you, without telling you, oh, get out of here, or stupid, or you dumb man, or this and that, or without deflecting from that question or from that debate? How many of you guys have friends who can actually sit down and hold a 10-minute conversation without insulting you, without even bashing you, but actually having a conversation or a discussion with you because they want to hear your own point of view, and you also are trying to hear their own point of view or where they're coming from or from their own standpoint? How many of you have those friends? That should tell you who an illiterate person is and who a literate person is. You see, the Cameroon government actually knows this very well, because if we want to go to the educational system, they have made it in such a way that things that were being taught in the 1960s and 70s, they are still being taught today in school. It's like no change, no evolution or evolvement, nothing at all. Why? Things do change in life. So we expect those things to change, but no, they don't change. Cameroonians were taught never to ask why, but just take things the way it is in front of you, and that is it. And it is wrong. It is not right, because the next generation that are coming up, they'll be cowards. They won't even have a say in the community. And to make things worse, the government knows this, and they use it clearly against you. Because tell me why a political leader in Cameroon will be going for an election. In fact, he has been there for 30 years and he hasn't done anything to better your life. Then he comes and gives you 10,000 francs. Like, he gives you 10,000 francs and you take and vote for him. That is you selling your own right, selling your vote for 10,000 francs. Because you feel like that 10,000 can get you one or two things today. What about tomorrow? What about the next day? What about a week after? What about a month after? Or a month later? What about that? That is not who a critical thinker is. A literate person will literally not take that money. A literate person will want to vote the person who has actually proven the work. But no, you go out there and grab 10,000 francs. Then you vote for this person who would literally make your life unbearable after election. Now you want me to believe that is someone who is literate? So yes, illiteracy in Cameroon sits at 70%, not 30%. They should not deceive you. You want to tell me that, okay, those who are in primary school, those who are 7, 8, 10, or 12, or 13 years old, they can read and they can write. You think they're critical enough to hold discussions or actually be able to comprehend things in life, able to comprehend what society is all about? No, that is not it. We have to change the mindset. We need to start asking why. Things have to change. So yes, the illiteracy rate in Cameroon, I say it again, sits at 70%, not 30%.